I went through daddy issues. You can hang that. I went through like relationship issues. I went through my house being taken. You know,
Women really support women. I mean,
Is it a facade?
Absolutely.
it's a big facade.
Home, health, and everything in between. We are talking about the realities of growing up. Us three on the side of the table, myself, Lethabo, Alisha, are turning 40 this year. The baby of the group
I'm not rushing, trust me.
I'm like, you're only 32. She's like, I'm 33 this year. But you already, you already have so many lessons you've learned, girl. And I love what you were telling us about your weight loss journey, getting that gastric sleeve, and how it even just changed your mentality around your relationship with food. You were saying you don't see food the way you did before the operation?
No, absolutely not. I think when growing up, we were taught not to waste anything. So you find your mother dishes up 2x or an adult-sized portion, and if you don't finish it, and I'm sure you guys will relate at home, if you don't finish it, you're in trouble. So I carried that with me into my adulthood, and when I started making money, now I can indulge in things that I can afford, and I don't know how to portion it correctly. When I hit my 30s, I was the biggest I've ever been at 120 kgs, and I was like, I cannot do this. This is going to kill me, and so I took charge of my physical health by getting a gastric balloon.
Wow.
Weren't you scared?
I was, but I was, you know, there's a quote that I love to say, and it says, pick your hard. Being fat is hard, and, you know, being healthy is hard. Pick the hard that you can live with. And I was like, if this is the risk I need to take, but I can't be fat anymore, this is the risk I'm willing to take.
But why didn't you think gym? Why didn't you think, you know, because a lot of people like, no, let me start with walking. Let me start doing
I
this.
did. It wasn't clicking. It wasn't, I think you would gym, but the food portion wasn't kicking. Or you would do the food and the psychological part wasn't kicking. With what I did, it's a program, and you're able to encompass all three. So the medical portion, you're able to put the psychological portion, as well as the diet portion with a professional. And because, you know, habits are formed in 21 days, by the time you repeat these steps, they start to reprogram what you've learned. And that's what I needed. That's why I could have never done Ozempic, because it would have just been a cheat thing for me, but nothing psychologically would have changed.
Right. Well, I admire you. I think it's quite a brave thing that you've done it, and also that you're speaking about it. I think it's great. If it's there as an option and you can afford it, then go for it.
How do you stay in shape, Alisha?
Oh God, I feel like I'm not entirely in shape.
You're in good shape, girl, especially as a mom of 2 kids.
So, no, I play paddle like 3 times a week, and I lose no grams. No grams, I've checked. Last week I played Monday to Friday, every morning, 7:30 to 8:30. Literally every day stood on the scale. Not a gram went down.
No,
it was.
It takes like 6 weeks before you see a change.
But are you maintaining or do you want to lose weight?
I want to lose weight and
Wait.
maintain. No, guys. You know, when you have a baby, the Caesar situation leaves you with a bit of a
fupa.
Yeah, it's not a nice situation.
Would you go for lipo?
I want to. That and a breast lift. I've got a few things on my list.
Okay, I'm listening.
I do want to go to Turkey again to do that.
Again?
Well, I've been here. It's lovely. Gosh, you guys.
Oh, I thought you had I thought she had something done.
No, at the psychologist now. This is a bit of a problem.
Yeah. So no, I would like to.
How do you keep in shape, Lethabo?
Well, firstly, let's be honest. I get lipo, right?
You get lipo?
Yeah, I just didn't want the big tummy. I really didn't. And I don't want to lie. It just didn't work with my line of work. I had to look a certain way. I felt like I can't wear this and I want it. And, you know, so I just felt, okay, let me take out the tummy. I really needed to get rid of the tummy, and I always wanted the bum out.
Did you get work?
I was like, excuse me, if I'm taking the fat from the tummy, can we at least have a bum avenue?
Thank you. Reuse it.
Don't waste my fat.
Don't waste my fat. So that's exactly what I did.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was
But
just
does
like,
it hurt?
What do you mean? Does it hurt? You're like half asleep there. You can't feel anything. When you're done, I don't think I was in pain. I don't know whether it was because I had a pain doctor.
Okay.
Or anything, but I just didn't want to risk.
Right.
So I was like, don't make me hate the whole process.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it, and
Don't
I'm
make
gonna
me
have
regret
a
this.
proper, the asticate.
Experience.
I had a nurse in my house. I made sure that I was really taken care
Yeah.
of. So I made sure, yeah.
I mean, one thing for me that I've come to realize is that I'm quite comfortable being a little bit chunky because my weight, sits very nicely, like in the derriere. And some guys find it cute. But I went to this Chinese doctor. Yeah. Like he does acupuncture and he helps just, help you figure out what diet is best for you. And he said, Samke, your weight is an issue, number one, but more than that, you've got a fatty liver. And so he said I need to be vegan, like for the rest of my life, because there's also arthritis in my family. And he said, put your fingers down. And because my fingers turn up, he said that's a sign of arthritis. Right?
Okay, everyone do the test.
Okay. And essentially what I'm saying is it then changed my focus from I want to be small aesthetically, but I want to make sure that I'm not damaging my organs or affecting my health by being overweight. And I want to know how you ladies are keeping your physical health in check.
I think for me, this is what I'm thinking. I don't love sugar at all.
Really?
Oh, hell to the no. Sugar is for kids, guys.
Not the kids. My sweet tooth is saying no. It's not.
I've got a
Who
sweet
eats
tooth.
sugar?
I've
You
got a
guys
sweet
eat
tooth.
sugar?
What do you
I have-
mean?
Some people just have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, I have a proper.
Just don't have it.
Potatoes are sugar, bread is sugar. What do you mean? Of course, I'm not sitting there with a teaspoon,
Why
but
are you eating sugar? Like,
It's in everything.
No. Why are you eating cake? You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so like cake, sweets.
because
Yes,
it's a
why-
Sunday, it's after church.
Okay.
I've got,
It's
Eddie's
comfort.
romantic repertoire in the background, and
comfort.
I'm having tea
My
and a
honey.
slice of chocolate cake because it's nostalgic.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So you don't eat sugar?
No, I don't
you like your
it. I
savory?
don't like that. Yes.
Good thing not to love.
So what is
She's
your
saying, yeah,
weakness?
no.
What is your weakness?
I actually only crave a cake when it's that time of the month. That's when I'll know.
Same.
My whole body will be like, we need sugar. And I'm like, what the hell? Then I know, okay. Yeah, well, there we go. Yeah. So we're still safe. I can still, yeah. You got that? Like,
Caught what you're doing, girl.
that at time of the month. Yes. Yeah, so
Is that something you worry about a lot? Like that one day it'll stop coming?
yeah, it's going to stop. I'm gonna make sure it does for 9 months.
Oh.
No, I do want kids. I don't have kids. I do want kids, but at a perfect time. Hence, I'm saying I will. I'm in control of that.
Yeah.
But when you do fall pregnant, remember there's also the cravings. What
That's
goes along
fine.
with
That is the
Will you be
time.
judging us then?
No,
for
no.
sweet
But you understand it's 9 months. It's for that period. There's a reason to it. I don't just wake up. I'm like, today I'm gonna have a sausage. No, help me. That's amazing.
I do.
Yeah, don't
I
do
buy
that.
a slab.
It's a reward.
Oh my
And I
God.
eat it
What
all
for
whole
what?
night.
It's a reward.
Okay,
Go life. Life is tough.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Guys, you drink, you do alcohol, you take alcohol, you take
Affirmative.
sugar, and you
Yes.
take, my God, that's a lot.
Correct.
That's a lot.
My weakness is honestly sponge cake with buttercream icing. That's my weakness.
I don't know if I'm with you on that one.
I love it. I could if
But at least the next day you go and you pedal. No. But now there's no movement.
yeah,
Yo, then the
Go
scales
there,
thing.
you are actually just taking off what you take.
that's true.
We've solved the mystery. And it's not mixing.
Buttercream.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because you do that. You're like, no, I'll take it today and tomorrow I'll take it out.
What are some of your healthy eating habits, if you have any, Alisha?
So I've just started with this whole regime now. Because I think before this, your whole life you go on just kind of thinking you can eat what you want to eat. You get told to finish your food. And then before you know it, you're in your late 30s. And then all of a sudden you're like, actually, crap, you're not allowed to eat everything anymore.
Right.
It's actually
And
too late.
you shouldn't be. And you're way too late, exactly. So anyway, I started looking into it. And now I'm just kind of counting calories a little bit, trying to up my protein intake. Which actually is quite a difficult thing to do. I find it quite difficult to make sure that you're constantly just eating eggs and meat and protein. So that's kind of what I've been doing from a food perspective.
You didn't see a
What to do.
dietitian to
No,
help
I
you with
didn't
the meal
yet.
planning?
No, I haven't yet. I've just been.
Change my life, trust me.
Is it?
If I realize I want to get into something in 2 weeks, I know what to do. I go back to my plans. I have a chat, and she's like, "You know what to do. Don't call me. You have the plans. You know what you need to do."
Amazing.
Specifically for you, your body type, your blood type.
Yeah, so it is a body type situation because my body likes to hold on to fat because my genetics wants me plump and that type of situation. So I have to almost starve the fat and feed it with protein instead because the fat is there already. And that's
ready to
I have
go.
to exchange the fat and the protein all the time. So it is, honestly, if you're struggling, go see the dietitian.
Okay, I think I will.
Nice. From physical health, let's talk mental health.
The whole table's
Let's sighing because we fight about this all the time, right?
Is it a reason to fight? I think we're just loving each other.
We have a passionate discourse, okay? Because I am very much team medication.
She is.
And I'm
When Samke first got diagnosed, she called me, she says, "I realized we're all crazy." I was like, "Me?" She's like, "Yes, so why need you to go get checked?" I was like,
I was diagnosing everyone.
Okay.
I was going through my phone, people were like, "Show me, I think you are fine."
Imagine. Well, you do that to me, so I'm not surprised. I don't love medication. That's number one.
I know you
Like
do.
for me to take a pill for headache, it's like let me take water, let me do this. Like I try.
so you're anti, not even like day-to-day Panado you don't want.
I don't usually just have medication for no reason. If you see me having medication, you must know that I'm going through a lot.
But you even said you don't want to see a psychiatrist or a psychologist because you don't want to be diagnosed.
No. Yes.
You said you don't want to be diagnosed.
It's true.
Let me
I
tell
heard
you what
that.
I said.
I heard that.
You said it.
Okay, can I say it the way I said it? I said I haven't. Oh, listen. I haven't been to a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
Why?
Because why did you go? You felt you needed to go because you had issues and you had this and this that you were dealing with and they were heavy on you, right?
It was affecting my weight, yeah.
I do have heavy stuff and I speak to myself the way I need to and I'm ready to go tomorrow. So I haven't felt like I need to yet. I'm not saying it's wrong. Everybody gets to a point. Like,
point where it's
I'm
enough.
sure I will if I have to get to a point where I need to see someone because of certain things that I have.
You can't
I
cope
went
anymore.
through a lot. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I went through daddy issues. You can hang them. I went through like relationship issues. I went through my house being taken. You know, a lot of things. But I don't know what's in me that makes me to have a meeting with myself. It's like there are 3 people sitting there and they're
Oh,
constantly.
you've got a whole team of
I have a
therapists.
whole team, and I don't know, man. And it's very hard to explain it. Because I always say to people, if there was a time where I really needed to see someone, it was during COVID. Because at that time, that's where I lost everything. Literally, everything. Everything I worked for, my company, going to my houses, going to the cars, I lost them during that time. That was the time where I needed to see someone.
Right.
Not even at that time did I feel like I want to give up. Never. Do you think that it was never? I never felt like this is the end. Oh my God, I'm going. No. All was okay. That's how LeJoy beverages actually came to life.
Shaz, I'll let you make your point. I just want to stick on you and COVID and losing everything because, child, I lost everything during COVID, including my mind. You guys know I packed up my bags. I went to the US for 6 months. I left everything because I could not cope. Now, I went through a personal journey where, you know, at that time, we don't really talk a lot about this, you know, in divorce where people think, oh, okay, mom gets the kids. No, that is not standard. I had shared custody, but then it had been going on for a number of years and the kids were tired of doing the up and down. And also, remember, we were during lockdown, so you also don't want to be, you know, risking, And then their father got primary residence, and I swear I lasted 6 weeks by myself, and I got on a plane. I'd never lived by myself in my life. I'd gone from I went from high school to university res to my own apartment while I was in university to my marital home. I got married while I was in uni. So at the ripe age of 35. Was 36 even. Was the first time I was by myself, and
With
I
your
swear
thoughts.
I could see Jesus walking through my passage. That's how I was like, no, no, there's something seriously wrong. And I didn't know then the tools I needed to get through that period. I didn't know I was depressed.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with clinical depression last year. I was diagnosed with bipolar type 2 last year. I was put on meds and therapy, and it's something I couldn't have figured out myself, and it was showing in my output. It was showing in my progress. You know, I wasn't progressing as much as I wanted to in my career. I wasn't as focused, you know, and going from being a top 3 student, high school varsity, to
no
now I'm not
direction.
top 3 in life.
Oh, damn.
You understand? So I want to know, what is it in you? Because I've heard you, and Shem, you make sense. Anybody else, maybe I'd be like, babes, I really think you need to see someone. No, you make sense. What is it in you? Where does it come from?
I think, honestly, the opposite of you. I've always been alone.
Oh.
So I trained, like, you can't shake me in my
You
head. You can take every
self-medicated.
space away from me, but not my mind. You can't win. Hence, every time people think, you're fighting. Like, I know it. When I say it like this, trust you me, I've made up my mind. It's like this. So if I say I'm not going to go crazy, trust me, I'm not going to go crazy. If I'm saying they might be gone, but I built them. So I'm going to be able to build them again. Because one of the things that happened in that period was all of these things that I have. I don't come from a rich family.
Right.
I'm the first to drive. I'm the first to have a mansion at my house. Like, you know, they knew all of these things through me. So I was the one who have built the stakes. Why would I let the things that are, they're like my kids, to kill me when I can make them again?
I can reproduce them.
They come from me. So I can literally come back and do even more than what I was doing. So when my printing and branding company, I mean, it was corporate, where do you work? I had a...
Who's printing? Who's printing and
I
branding?
had the detail. There's only that I had contracts with. So I was okay. I was fine. But now all those contracts are gone. Now you have absolutely nothing. And you know what I hate? And this is what I always say. We need to teach more of finance literacy to young people, telling you. Because if I had had that information from the day I started my company, I would have known. But instead, with me, if I want something, I know this people are paying me this month and they're paying me this month, then it's going straight to that thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
I built my mama
rainy
a house,
day.
right? I built my mama a house. So how I did it, it was, okay, I'm taking this money that I'm doing from this project, is going straight to...
Instead of
So now,
reinvesting.
now, do you understand that there's no
Yes.
money in that bank anymore?
Yes.
But I've done something great in the bank.
Yes, yes.
Right?
That was your way of, oh, I'm successful.
Yes.
Instead of, oh, there's a rainy day.
Yes, exactly.
No, the rainy day was like, because like, okay, Mama Unyaka, let me get this. Oh, what do I need? Oh, I need a trip to New York. Let's go, baby. Let's
go.
Do you get where I'm going? So it was
Cha-ching.
always about that. But it was the money that I worked for, but I didn't know how to
Use it.
use it and spare it.
and
And I
time it,
know
yeah.
that this is business. I don't know, you know, at any time that you
I don't know what that means, but okay.
honey, just take it in.
Take it in.
Just take it in. Take it in. So that's exactly what happened. So I was like, yeah. So for me, as I'm saying, I was alone. I went to, well, my few last years in high school, it was boarding. From there, tertiary.
Yeah.
From tertiary, I started working at Jacaranda and still in Pretoria. And that's it. That's been my life till now.
You're a
You've
strong
also
lady.
you've also lost
You're a strong,
closed a
strong lady.
business,
I
Alisha.
really admire you. You're very strong.
But you know what she's gone through, because
Yeah,
you've also
yeah.
closed a business during
Yeah,
COVID.
during COVID, it was really tough. And I know you were talking about having contracts. That was great that they still paid you. My contracts stopped paying.
No, they stopped, man.
That's
they
why I
stopped.
lost
No work, no pay. No work, no pay.
I lost everything. No, it was terrible. So we had an ad agency as well, and everything just kind of went to hell because we were retail based. So it was difficult, you know, and then retrenching everybody and liquidating, and then, but in actual fact, one door closes, another one opens, right?
Definitely.
So that was when I actually figured out that I have another passion, another joy, and I created Smooch, and I
Yet another joy.
Yes, another joy, and and then I wrote my first book. So yeah, I think one door closes, another one opens. That's just the bottom line.
I love it.
Yeah.
But exactly, you know what I say? In that moment, a lot of people, they go under, they don't see what,
They don't see the end. It's dark.
that's the problem. Because in that darkness, I actually got the light. And that's how the LeJoy beverage came to life. And right now, I'm just going to be making money sleeping throughout. And not for only me, but because my issue is we can't build businesses that depends on us only. Because if I'm gone, what's going to happen to my kids, my grandkids? I need a legacy.
Yeah,
If you check, do you get where I'm going?
Yeah,
So I was like, I need to get something that will stay
beyond me.
and beyond me, that
Yeah.
does not need me to be there in order for it to make money. And that's how everything just literally came. And it was like a dream. I remember waking up my little sister at 3 a.m. I'm like, oh my God. And she always reminds me with the tea. If you read my tea, you remember I did say, when I was thanking her, to say thank you for being my diary. Because every
I was
time.
actually about to ask you that question because you have this self-medication theory with how you handle things. I was about to ask you your friends because I know Sam gets on a call and tells us we're crazy. Who is that person for you? Because I think as much as you're on your own, I don't think a man is an island.
Yes.
There must have been someone you were leaning on just a little
Like
bit
it's
much.
a tough, kunzima manje.
I think, this is quite an interesting one because it depends on what. Do I have sense? Yeah. I don't go to one person
For one thing.
Okay. Yeah. So I know that when I am like, literally, when I need the peace, I go,
Right.
like I pack my bags, Joburg, and I go home and I sleep. My mom takes care of me. But that's how I've been all the time.
Right.
They don't take care of you because they know what you're going through. It's just how it is at home.
Right.
Is that peaceful? She'll be like, cooking, and I do nothing, and I'm like literally at peace. And there comes my little sister, who is like literally she believes in everything that Sissy would say. You know, if I say, look, tomorrow I'm going to turn and wear a cape and I'm going to be Superman, I'm going to be on top of the... She'll be like, oh my goodness, yes, you can do it. And then she became that person that becomes literally my dream kind of
cheerleader.
Although I know she won't say much because she's just... But she will be like, yes. And
I believe you can do it. Yeah.
all I needed was just that. And because I also realized that, guys, friendships...
Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it?
Oh, yeah.
Ellie, have you ever sought out mental health
Absolutely.
professionals? Have you ever been diagnosed with anything?
Oh, no, I've been through it.
She's team meds
Are you
like
still
me.
taking?
Yes, and I love it. I am the biggest advocate.
And I love it.
The biggest advocate for medication. I love my medication. I said to Sam, I'm terrified of coming off it at any point.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been a journey. So I went through severe postpartum depression and anxiety. Not knowing actually that I even had it. I mean, the whole time people would be like, in my family, in my group, they'd be like, you maybe get a rest, maybe, see somebody. And I'd be like, no, to hell with you. You don't know me. This is who I am. I'm a strong woman. I'll say what I want to say. I'll be who I want to be. And this is just who I am. And then eventually it just got to a point where I had to realize, no, this is not normal. It's not normal to sit awake for 24 hours. It's not normal to watch the sunrise every day for like 3 consecutive days. So in any case, I ended up, giving in and saying, fine, I'll go to hospital for a day or 2 for sleep, they told me. They said, go have a rest, that's all you need.
Oh,
I
in
was like,
hospital,
great.
not at a retreat.
Yeah. I don't know why. I said, fine, I trust you, I'll do it. But no, they lied to me. They were like, go and see a psychiatrist. And I did, and I spilled all my beans. And yeah, they gave me something. The first time they gave it to me, though, I thought, to hell with them, they don't know me. So I took the pill and I hid it in my bag.
Oh my goodness, imagine.
So I was also with you on against medication. I had this perception that it was just going to make me loopy and whoopy and I was going to be committed at some point. But yeah, then eventually the next morning she comes in, she's like, how did you sleep? I said, well, not great. And I was also breastfeeding my baby at the time, and she wasn't with me, so my boobs were about to explode.
Oh, goodness.
And then at one point, my sister-in-law, I phoned her, I'm like, I don't know what to do with my boobs. She's like, you're gonna have to milk yourself. So I was like, help me. Now I'm like trying to milk myself in the hospital. Anyway, it was a disaster. So the next morning, the doctor was like, how did you sleep? I said, it was terrible. She said, great, I'm going to have to up your meds. I said, no, please don't up the meds.
At that time, the doctor doesn't know you
Yeah,
still
yeah.
have those pills.
No, exactly. So then I had to tell her, but she was quite good about it. And she said, please do me a favor and please take the med today. So I took it, and fine, it took a couple weeks for it to settle in. But when it did eventually settle in, it was like a filter. It was like a filter just got lifted. It's a veil. It's something I
See
cannot
more clearly,
explain.
think more clearly.
It's bizarre because before it got lifted, you think you're fine. You think everything's clear and this is it. But then something happens.
There's something interesting you just said, and it's just making me think a lot. You said you thought it was normal for you not to sleep. Yeah, that was my life. And so, Mojolo made me see that I can actually sleep.
But that,
They
but
brought you
isn't that a
peace?
dependency?
No,
No,
I
'cause
didn't
that's-
know. It's like that. I didn't know that because I thought, okay, ikasepedi waborobala uja ditop or whatever they mean. Meaning, if you, and I'm gonna spit.
She's getting there.
Meaning, if you sleep, it's like the Bible say, you know, if you sleep a lot, if you love sleep,
Yes.
you suffer.
Yes,
As
yes,
this.
yes.
So I used to think the fact that I don't sleep so much
you're
and I'm
productive.
thinking, and I'm thinking and I'm planning, but it was used proper. I would like there's so many things, and I've recorded since your 20th that I've been recording in my non-sleep moments where I've been having those things, and they're coming to pass only now. If you hear what I mean. I've written things for productions, and, and I'm only seeing those things happen now. And I thought it was normal, right?
Yeah.
Until,
But there is something to be said about having a different circadian rhythm. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm a night owl. So my therapist said to me, Samke, we're not going to try change who you are. We're going to build structures to make who you are succeed. Because if you are now going to be someone who only get up at like 8:30, 9 a.m. I'm only, kind of hitting my brain only starts functioning at like 10, but 10 p.m. I can write you a proposal. Let's go. You understand? And so she said we need to work with your rhythm, not against your rhythm. And then we need to build the structures around your rhythm. And I cannot tell you how much that set me free. And also I realized I'm not someone, so part of the side effects of bipolar type 2 is ADHD. Don't give me something that repeats all the time. Maybe that's why I'm not married anymore, because it's the same husband every day. Like I need a project. I need to sink my teeth into something, get obsessed with it, and then go, right? And then I need rest and recovery time, and then I need to come back. If you give me anything that requires me to come every day, same thing. Now you're killing me. You're killing me.
do radio?
I mean, the thing is, because the topic is different.
I really
Right?
feels
It's
different.
it's different, it's exciting, it's
not
high
like 9 to
adrenaline.
5.
Yeah, it's not a 9 to 5. And also the topic, sink my meat into it. But also I realized, because I've had segments on 4 different radio stations, I can't do daily radio. Give me maybe a weekly slot, or give me something, or give me a podcast where I can record in a batch and then go do something else. Don't ask me to come back, show up the same all the time, because my normal is not a straight line, it's waves. My normal is waves. So you need
And
to
you're not gonna
catch
get
me
that
at my
Samke,
peak. Yes,
yeah.
my zone of genius, like they call it mania in medical terms. We call it zone of genius. There'll be times where my ideas, honey, can change the world. And then there'll be times where I don't get out of bed, Uber Eats, I won't shower 3 days.
I call those my Steve Jobs moments.
Your Steve Jobs moment?
Yeah.
I love it.
He's like comes up with these things. That's
I
like my.
see.
In a batch, and then he rests.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha,
Everybody
gotcha.
has those moments where
Yeah, you can't be on high production all the
But
time.
no, other people thrive on routine.
I can't do routine.
I also
The
can't
only
really
thing
do
routine is I gym 3 times a week, but even then, sometimes I gym at midnight.
Let me. What?
Yes,
That's amazing.
You do what?
I'll gym at midnight.
Well done.
Where?
At home.
There's a gym at the complex.
Oh.
Yes, it's on the property, so I don't have to leave.
That's commitment. Well done.
It's quiet, but because I'm like you, I don't function until after 10.
Right.
Don't call me, don't talk to me, don't.
But you know what I've realized? I've realized that it's all in the mind. And this is what I'm going to tell you. Like I said earlier, I would not sleep. I would like literally work at night. Now I've moved to morning breakfast show. Right?
Yes.
So it's
Then
not
you
because I
had
used
to sleep.
I do
Yes.
sleep.
Yes.
There's a time where I cut
changed your
off
clock.
because now I know that I need to deliver at this point. And at that time, I need to be at my best. Remember now you're on air.
Yeah.
You're making people to believe there's goodness in this day.
Yeah.
Literally. There's something that
starting off
that
their
can
day.
happen in this.
Yeah.
So you can't go there still feeling sleepy or feeling like you have problems or whatever. At that time is the time where even your problems don't exist.
Yeah.
Because you need to be in another world and to just make everybody understand that we are stepping on it.
What's your biggest career highlight? You know, you've done a lot, and even seeing the passion and the commitment now to morning radio, because you had your weekly slots on Saturdays, and now you told me you get up at like 3 a.m.?
Yeah, after 3, because I need to be at the studio at 5.
Yeah.
For
What's
breakfast show 6 to 9.
What's your biggest career highlight?
I think it will have to be radio, man. I'm 20 years now in radio, literally next year.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be doing 20 full years radio. So I think it will have to be radio. As much as TV had actually extended so much in my life and put me at a point where certain doors opened, but there is absolutely no freedom like radio.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where I'm able to express. TV, they will go edit you. This podcast is going to be edited. You guys are not going to hear me what I'm going. But with radio, it's immediate. Now it's
no
what you're
narrative.
feeling.
It's authentic,
Like the story hits now, and you need to say it now.
Yeah.
No time for long briefs. Because the song is only 4 seconds or 4 minutes and whatever.
Yeah.
But so when the story comes out, you read it with an understanding, and you have to have your feelings and your thoughts
Yeah.
and separate what you can say on air and what you can't immediately. You don't have
It's
time.
on
And
the ball,
unless
on
I
the
can
ball, on the
call in
ball.
and provoke you at the same time, you need to know to discipline yourself and still call them to order, but still with respect.
Yeah.
So there is so much about radio that I think people just think, oh no, you just get there and you just for 3 hours and you're out. They do not understand that
The
in that
nuances.
3 hours,
Yeah.
your whole being is in
shows up.
It's like literally 8 hours.
Yeah.
When someone says, I'm tired, at that 3 hours,
Yeah,
everything.
'cause you gave everything.
You give everything, and you need to be very much alert.
Alicia, yours?
You know, I've been through a lot, I feel, from biomedical science, studying marketing, advertising, and then starting
It's
Smooch. Yeah, I do think for me, becoming the author was the biggest highlight. I think, yeah, I didn't think it was ever going to be in my path. I don't even know how it happened, to be honest. I wrote most of it on my phone. And I just kept writing and writing, and I thought, great, you know, I'll print 10 copies, give it to a few less judgmental friends and family, and then be done. But then, you know, it turned out to be
took off.
something, So I do feel that's like
With
my
your
major-
journey and the book of, you know, Finding 40, what can we expect are the themes here? I mean, as you've said, I'm far from
Yes.
there. But what can we expect? I mean, I've learned so much up until now, but you ladies, I'm looking up to you guys and where you've gone, and I'm appreciating that even as someone going to 40 and above and all of that, you're still going through real life experience. Like, it doesn't stop. Like, I had my 30 crisis and I thought, oh, this is it, I'll get to rest. But when I hear you guys, you're like, no, we're still going through some things at 40.
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you can tell us, or for me even, and the guys at home, what's there to look forward to outside of the mgowo, the bad, and the
So
terrible stuff?
The way I see it is that when you're in your 30s, you're very much looking for perfectionism. You're looking to each other. You're looking to see, you know, what do I have that she doesn't have? How do I get what she has? Your Instagram-worthy moments are very much about your 30s. But what I anticipate and what I've been working towards and what I think is going to happen the day I turn 40 is that I'm gonna,
Magic switch.
yeah, you just stop. That stops. And then you start focusing on yourself. And I see that happening now in the last year and a half. I've actually started acknowledging that it's not about what they think about me. It's about what I think about myself. It's a lot about me and my immediate family. So I definitely see that shift. And in the book, there's a lot of that as well. So it's themes such as self-care, self-love, loyalty, death and the aftermath of death, dealing with that, dealing with finding family. Guys, this chapter is amazing. I really went through the whole Ancestry.com situation.
Where's your half brother? Am I allowed to ask? He sounds hot. I mean,
oh
that's
my
why I'm asking.
gosh. Wow. So basically, it was a situation where I, submit the saliva and send it to the States. and
Yes,
they
I've
do this
seen
whole
that
thing.
online.
Yeah, you get an email says you've got a DNA match. So it was one of those situations.
You did that?
Yeah, I did. It was really wild. But lost some of it. I'm pretty sure more's gonna come up as we go. So there's chapters about that. There's chapters about healing and who are your friends, loyalty, the friend thing we spoke about earlier. Women supporting women. Do women really support women? I mean, this
Is it a
the thing.
facade?
Absolutely, and
It's a
I've
big
seen
facade.
it. Absolutely.
No, I think just like the saying goes, winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. I think women that are winning support women.
I've seen
They
women
want
that
to
I
win.
thought they were winning and they are winning, but oh my goodness. And I think it was one of those things that made me do what I do. When I say I support you and I want to see someone do great, it's because I was like, I don't want anybody to feel that thing that I felt.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? So when I do it and when I commit to it, I will do it fully. I think
And
you've
have-
seen the
you
minute you
have-
call me, I do when I am for you, I'm literally gonna
have-
go all in.
Yeah.
And it's because I've seen they will have those beautiful events where they talk about, support.
Yes.
The brunches.
Tomorrow, they go there, they say we are networking, and they change numbers. Tomorrow, call that person and see what happens. So those are the things that I really feel like we still have a long way to go. I agree with women, it truly comes to that. And there's nothing wrong with saying to someone, at this point, I do not have the capacity to do it. But to just treat people like you were not there, say, I'm for women. It's something that we still need as women to come together and be accountable for.
It's practice what you
Because-
preach, right?
Yeah, and I don't think we are there yet. I've seen it in the workspace as well.
Yeah.
If you want the real part of it, go to the workspace. Ask people in the offices how they are treated by women bosses.
Girl,
Yeah.
toxic workplaces, that is another episode you should look out for. We are definitely talking about that. But before we wrap up, I wanted to read you a little bit from the book, guys, that one of my favorite passages, where Alisha says, here's another thing nobody tells you, purpose changes. Because you get that existential crisis, with every turn of the decade. When people are 28, 29, going to 30, there's that crisis. When you're 38, 39, going to 40, there's that crisis. And she says, purpose changes. It's not the static, never changing thing that you figure out once and then carry around, dispensing parts of it wherever you go. What lit you up at 25 might feel stale at 40, and that's okay. In fact, that's more than okay. It's necessary. At 25, maybe your purpose was about climbing the corporate ladder, achieving success, or proving yourself. But at 40, maybe your purpose is about finding joy in the in-between moments, savoring the space you've carved out in the messy, chaotic world. And maybe your purpose is less about achieving and more about being present, being thoughtful, and my favorite part, being unapologetically you.
Full time.
Love that. That is beautiful.
So, ladies, as we wrap up, I want you, in your most unapologetic 5 to 40 self, leave a message or give a message to your 18-year-old self.
I think
Dum, dum, dum.
Where were you? I want you to visualize. I can see myself when I was 18. I had braids. I was in uni. I was at UCT. I thought I was fat, but I was skinny. How I wish I had that body now. And I just lost my father. I was very lost. And I didn't have the tools to process that loss. And basically, I'll go first. What I would tell myself is, Samke, you have what it takes. And it can sound cliched, but I literally spent 20 years looking for something in other people that wasn't me. Looking for it in relationships, looking for it even in career validation. I share freely that a lot of the opportunities I've been given, I was using, for self-praise. Like, look at Samke, she's so smart, she's on radio, she's so amazing. But when I'm by myself, I feel crap. Whereas now, because I believe in what I have, because I believe I belong, because I believe I am worthy, You know, it's easier for me to be a vessel. It's easier for me to serve because I no longer need everything around me to serve this voice that says, you're not good enough. You know, this voice that says, you know, if you just achieve one more thing, then, you know,
Then
you'll make your dad
then
proud
you'll
or your
be.
mom proud. You understand?
This is a never
Now
ending.
it's, doesn't matter who's proud. Let's fulfill the mission, you know? So I would tell me, are you crying, boo-boo?
I love that.
That's what I would tell myself, like, Samke, you've got what it takes, and go to therapy quickly. don't wait 20 years, child.
Okay.
I think I would tell myself to let go of the script. Yeah, let go of the script, and that life is actually so much better than perfect.
Oh, that's
Because I think, you know, when I was younger, everything, you work towards this happily ever after that you're kind of infiltrated to believe. So yeah, I think that'll be something I'd like to tell
Ditch
myself.
the script.
Yeah,
I love that.
ditch the script.
I love that. Shaz, we'll end with Mamfundis Lethabo because she's gonna go on and on, child. No, you will. You're gonna close. Shaz.
For me, at 18, I was probably transitioning into varsity, and my core driver was saving my family from poverty. So I studied tech and all of that good stuff. I would tell myself that you don't have to carry the weight of being the savior of your family.
Can I tell you, that's exactly what I'm thinking. That's why I'm like so emotional right now. Because I would tell the younger me that you really don't have to do that before you are actually strong enough. Because that breaks you as you go. It does. It does break you. And we do this because we love them. And you're like, I don't want my family to go through this again for long, right? And for long. And I come from a family where I was loved. And I saw what my mom did for me. I saw what my granny did for me. And all I ever wanted was like, I want to make them proud. So it wasn't even about me at tertiary being the young me enjoying you and what I needed to do. I hardly even remember so much of that life because all I wanted, what am I doing? Like this, what is going on? You know, my mom lost a job at when I was doing my second year. And I was worried to say, then what happens? Because I'm not on a bursary or she was paying cash. And I was like, what's going to happen to me? And having to get the opportunities I got, I always tell people that it's so crazy how God will carry you at the same time, because the only interview I ever had in my life, it was through my internship, and from then until today, I never had an interview. All the jobs, they come to me.
Yes.
But in that, I've learned that it was because I was always trying to save everyone around me, and I forgot to save myself at some point. And the minute you do that as a young person, the 18-year-old Lethabo, is that you will trip a lot and you will need a lot of shoulders. And that's where that thing of friendship comes, because I thought I can have friends that will carry me now. Now you're looking at people to carry you. And they can't always be there for you the way you want it. Then you break again. So it's a continuous thing. And hence, when you say, how do your mind? So I needed to structure my mind to say, remember your dad left. I'm alone. So you're alone. My mind. That's what made me to become that person, to say, your dad left. Now you're alone. Friends leave. You're alone. At the end of the day, it's you who need to save them. So that's basically that. I would want my 18-year-old self to just enjoy and take it one day at a time and to know what they really want than to save everybody else. Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
But then again,
I told, what did I say?
but then again, think about it. I wouldn't be this person, would I?
No, exactly.
Come to think of it, would I have even found today?
The winding road is checked.
Listen, destiny will always find its way.
So maybe I should tell her, just do what you see at the time and just run with it.
What I love about life is that it always works out.
The way that
Nothing
it's
is
supposed
wasted. Even if you feel like, oh, I should have done this sooner. Honey, let me tell you, nothing is wasted in life. And I don't know about you, I'm a Christian girl. I believe in a God of restoration. And I've seen
Amen.
him bring back things in a year that I thought, hey, but I've lost 7 years. He's like, don't worry, I will give you something so sweet. You'll be like, take 7 more.
Let's do it again.
Take me, baby, one more time.
That's true. That's true.
So
Like
take it easy.
Yeah, the chosen.
Don't stress.
Yeah.
You know, more than anything, just and learn, remove, and be. As you said, be your unapologetic self and watch the magic unfold. That's all we have for you today. Make sure to tune in to the next episode of Savvy with Samke.
We're supposed to do something?
Alicia.
Let's cheers. Cheers, girls.
Why are you producing my show?
Okay. Oh, sorry.
We can cheers, guys, since
Cheers.
we're here. Goodbye, everybody.
I love you.